we want to talk now and we want you to think seriously because I think about this a lot. I don't do anything about it, but I think about it a lot. And that is what you eat. And there is a lot of talk in the past week about the dangers of ultra-processed foods, right? And it gets worse and worse and worse. And it depresses me, I have to say. There have been recent studies linking all of these to dementia, to heart attacks, to strokes. We know all the problems. Why do we allow it to happen?
Well, one of the reasons might be because those foods, those ultra-processed foods, make up 57% of our diet. How worried should we be about what we're eating? Well, let's speak now to the wellness chef, Sandie Vara, who joins us now in the studio. Good morning to you, Sandie. Really good to see you.
Good morning, good morning.
So what do we mean when we're talking about ultra-processed foods?
What we're talking about is food is food. Everything is processed at some point. So take, for example, say, a potato. It's a nice vegetable. The moment you start mashing it, adding other ingredients, making it into a different dish, it's then being processed. Now, what's happened over the years is that we've now had foods that is, we want to add more salt, we want to add more sugar, we want to make it cheaper, we want to make it more tastier, we want to make it more, the longevity of it, we want to keep it so it has a long shelf life. And we want it more importantly, we want it cheaper for the companies. At the end of the day, that's what they really want. They want to make it as cheap as possible and sell it at a price that's profitable for them. But it's not good for us. Simple as that. It's not.
I just don't. You see, this is where I think government fail all the time. That why did they allow this to happen? We know we're paying the bill for this at the end of the day in terms of our health or the National Health Service or whatever, and it's things now like microwaving, like packets. So say we're talking about sauces, and you open up a packet, and you just know. You just have to read the ingredients. Yeah. Chemicals.
What I say to people always say to me, oh, what do I need to avoid? Well, first of all, just read the ingredients. Thankfully, the government got one thing right, which is get all the information out there. You can look on the internet, you can look on companies, what they make, and on the packaging, just turn it around. Before you buy it, just turn it around. And if you're buying, say, for example, sausages, perfect example. There's a particular brand out there, an Irish one, that I used to love when I was a child.
Yeah.
If you look at the meat content that's in there, you'll be flabbergasted.
In a good way or a bad way?
In a very bad way.
Oh, my word.
A very bad way. We were brought up on these sausages that were containing a horrific amount of chemicals, a horrific amount of bread. And what did we used to do as children? Have it in a butty. Yeah. Have it in a sandwich. So we were just eating bread on bread.
But look, Sandie, we get to this situation. I mean, you speak from experience. You were a man much bigger in bulk than you are.
A lot bigger.
Because you were eating badly.
Yep.
Then you become a chef and you eat well and you eat good. But what I'm trying to say is, why? It's not my job to go into a supermarket and look at ingredients and say, contains chemical K5. I don't know if that's good, bad or indifferent. I just say, don't sell it to me. If this is bad, don't sell it to me. Don't allow it on the shelves.
Well, unfortunately, those big companies have got something with the government. Who knows? I don't know.
Food lobby is very strong.
It's massive, and it's not new. Jamie Oliver's tried to do it. There's other chefs out there that have tried to change the world. But now that it's really, really affecting the NHS, and you just need to look at people. Yeah, just look at people. There's this thing on social media that has a picture of a beach in the 1970s, and it takes a picture of a beach in present day.
And are we
it's frightening.
Are we looking at people's waistbands?
Size.
Yeah.
Sandie, you would have been really proud of me last night.
Okay.
I went into the shops and I looked at a sauce packet. It's so funny, I didn't know we were doing this today. And I read the back of the sauce packet and it was just chemicals. And it was full of sugar and full of oil.
Did you buy it?
No, and do you know what I did instead?
What?
I bought passata and herbs and...
I don't even know what passata is. What is passata?
Beautiful.
Like runny tomatoes, right?
Fantastic.
Yeah, and I made my own sauce and it took 5 minutes and it tasted so much better.
You know, I was discussing with myself before I come on the show about what is a perfect example of how to make something that you can buy in the shops that's ultra-processed, a classic Italian tomato sauce.
Yes.
Look at the back of one of those jars. Every single one of them. For starters, they're Italian. And they're not made in Italy. So already the alarm bells are ringing. Second, there's about 15 to 20 ingredients to make a tomato sauce. Now, as a chef, I only need 4 ingredients. First thing, olive oil, beautiful, some garlic, a little onion, and then tomatoes. Job done.
I did all of
4 ingredients. And is that what you did?
That's exactly
there
what
you
I
go.
did, yeah.
And the thing is, people used to make this, but what's happened is there's been game changers. There's been these TV chefs that have been coming along and showing you how to make stuff and then doing things differently. So
But
people,
also we're lazy and there's pressures on our time.
there's a certain delivery companies out there that have come along and changed the whole... It's a game changer. Now people are not even cooking at home anymore.
Yeah.
You can just pick up the phone, press a button, and it's delivered to your home.
And where you two have an advantage over me, I'm not a natural cook. I don't have that yearning I have the yearning to enjoy good food.
Yeah.
I'm looking at an advert sitting right on top of me, and I hear it on the radio every day coming into work, and it makes me so angry. That's an accident, this paper's open.
Yeah.
But it says, breakfast done properly. But I can't think of a worse example of this fast food outlet and what they classify as an egg or a piece of bacon inside this bread. But if that is what we're fooled to believe that is breakfast done properly, I absolutely despair.
There's a particular sandwich shop chain, and their bread is now classified in Ireland as cake.
Why do you keep quoting Ireland?
I don't know, it just seems to happen that I'm here. It just seems to be here.
But you're right. I mean, I do think we have a food problem in Ireland, like everywhere else. And we do love bread, and we do love potatoes.
We love bread here.
We love carbohydrates in general. And leave is the danger. I do think it's a disgrace.
It is.
Food agencies, they allow this to happen. And I've got to be in my bonnet about all this because I'm watching a programme about opioids, which we'll talk about later on in the programme. And what we are served up, it's like there's no choice to us. The people say you have a choice and whatever it is. And
It's very difficult. I mean, I went low-carb keto, as you well know.
Yeah.
We've known each other a while. And it is difficult. And when I'm on the road and doing stuff, it's very difficult for normal
but
people.
you have a discipline and you've got a talent, obviously, as well, which...
Thankfully, because I'm a chef, it clicked for me. Because I'm a chef and I was on the verge of becoming diabetic, and all my family are diabetic.
Yes.
I'm the only one that's not.
it's a big thing in Asian families.
Absolutely. It's because we've mixed the style of foods. We went Western food. So ultra foods, soda pop, number one. Number one.
I'm addicted.
Get rid of that. Yeah. Get rid of it. Breakfast cereals, another ultra-processed food.
Right.
Oils. There's only 5 to 6 kind of oils that you should be having. Avocado oil, olive oil, butter, lard, dare I say it, beef dripping, and coconut oil. That's all you need.
Well, where do we stand with sunflower oil? That sounds so healthy and lovely.
It's processed.
Processed. Yeah, forget it.
And that's in everything.
It's in everything. And the most number one oil in the country is vegetable oil. Where do you get vegetable oil from?
Vegetables.
How?
Vegetables aren't oily, are they, really?
If I squeeze the potato hard enough into an inch of its life, what comes out of it?
Water.
So how do they make vegetable oil? Tell me. I've tried to figure it out. I've gone on the internet to figure it out.
So vegetable oil is a lie. It doesn't exist.
It doesn't. It's just a load of horrific things put together and served to us because it's cheaper.
Yeah. Do you think a lot of the issue here, Sandie, is food education?
Oh, 100%.
People don't know how to cook anymore. People aren't taught how to cook. I mean, I was taught by my granny, but lots of people aren't handing down those skills.
I agree with you that this would be a better subject to teach at school than Shakespeare.
Yep.
It's practice. It's everything. It feeds into everything. It's our health. It's our longevity. It's...
People think that that food isn't that important. It is the number one thing that will solve every problem.
Yeah.
So true.
What you put in your gut changes everything. That's where we get diseases. I'm currently on a fasting right now, Eamon. You're going to love this.
What's your fasting routine?
I fast for 5 days. I don't eat anything.
What? I thought you could say 5 hours.
What?
No, 5 days.
Oh.
I haven't eaten
What day are
since
you on
Monday.
now?
I didn't eat... I stopped eating on Monday at 7:30, and I won't eat until Saturday. But I did break slightly today, because I left Nottingham at 3 o'clock in the morning, and I thought I'd better have a coffee. So I had a black coffee. And I'm allowed a black coffee, but normally I just have water.
And how are you feeling?
Unbelievable.
Good. Unbelievably good as opposed to unbelievable.
Unbelievably good.
Wow.
Because we don't need to consistently eat. Every religion, every culture around the world, they fast. They fast for a reason, not just for religion. They fast because it has a benefit.
Yeah.
Humans thousands of years ago figured this out. They figured stuff out about herbs, foods. Every food can heal us. Every food can give us nutrition. If you have a diesel car and you put petrol in it, what's going to happen?
Yeah, well,
It's the same thing as your body.
Yeah.
You must look after your gut. It's the number one thing. It'll help your mental health. It'll change you. Look at my skin.
Do you know,
I'm nearly
great.
50.
You look great, yeah.
And I'm fasting.
it's like a baby's bottom. Incredible.
It is very smooth and
Lovely.
A little trick, though, is to shave before you go on a TV show, just to let you know.
But you know, Sandy, yesterday morning I was coming out of work, and the way we are here, we don't have eating facilities in here, whatever it is, but I was coming out and say it was 10 o'clock or something, and I go, oh, I have to have breakfast. I thought, what really should be said, am I hungry? No, I wasn't, but I felt, well, it's that time of the morning, and you
should.
You should.
Yeah.
And then the next thing is you have to have lunch, and then you have to have afternoon something, and then you have to have...
Which comes from America. They invented us. They told us how to eat. It goes back again. It's a standard American diet.
Yeah.
Back in the olden days, we just ate food.
Yeah.
What was ever off the land in season. So
This caveman diet.
well, not even caveman. So when we are the allotments, so whoever grew like a courgette or a marrow or a tomatoes, it was made into something. We used to have pigs in the house back in Great Britain.
That's right, because they give heat off.
Yeah, we didn't have bananas in this country until the 1950s. We started to mix around with food. The food that we ate was seasonal and in this area.
Sandy, your message is amazing. I don't think anybody will do a darn thing about it. But there's so much that we can do to help our own wellness, whether we have the strength or the vision to do all of that. And we could go on forever talking about this. But thank you, this debate about processed food, and then there's ultra-processed food. If it's in a packet, really sort of try and avoid it, really.
Try and avoid it. I mean, like I was saying earlier, I changed my diet. I become low-carb and keto, and obviously bread is everywhere. And every now and then, I decided to have a bit of bread. I looked in the back of packaging and just take a look. If it's got a ridiculous amount of ingredients in, it's not good.
Yeah, I know.
Simple.
My friend,
message.
we've got to say goodbye to you because it's breakfast time. And it's like I now get to a stage in life where I don't feel better after eating.
yeah.
You sort of you want to eat, but then after you've eaten, you feel
And I feel better after not eating.
Yeah.
5 days.
Well,
I can't believe that.
don't have anything. Look,
amazing.
there's a big picture of a donut in front of one of the papers here.
Yeah, look there.
And he can't touch anything till Saturday.
Pleasure.
Absolute pleasure.
Lovely
He
to
is
meet
the
you.
wellness chef.
Thank
He
you.
is Sandie Vara. And you've got a website, haven't you, and things?
Yeah, it's thewellnesschef.co.uk.
Yeah, and
Simple,
follow him
straight.
on Instagram as well, and you'll see some of the stuff that he does there. Thanks for talking about the dangers of ultra-processed foods.
Pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Very much.